there is so much of peace, there's so much of love coming from within me now.
I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on self-empowerment courses, and many of the teachers that you mentioned in this course I've studied with, but none of them has put it all together so well as you have in this course, and it's just profoundly life-changing, and I'm just so grateful to you.
I've always been very grateful, felt very blessed, but the calmness, the stillness that I needed, I think your course gave me that. They say when the student is ready, the teacher comes. You came in that form, and I want to thank you.
Whatever the thing you are covering here, it is actually reflecting in my life, and I got all the loans clear in this manifestation within the 28-day period.
I can say now proudly that after attending your 28-day session, my life is not the same. It has completely changed.
It was so vivid, so scientific, so easy to understand for everybody.
Very good evening, Navki.
Good evening, Shreans. How are you today?
Great, great. How are you?
Very good, very good. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And a very good evening from India to all our friends. A very warm and big hello. And thank you for being with us as we reach the first week, the 7th day of Manifestation Decoded. It's such a joy to be on this journey together. And today our discussion is going to be about the first part of quantum physics, which is how thoughts become things. This is the first part. And before we go into that, again, a quick recall from yesterday, which was the food, mind, and gut-brain connection, which, of course, I'm sure had a lot of takeaways for all of us. I'll recall quickly in a few points. We started with Bruce Lipton's video about how we author our own genetic readout by what we eat, and the detailed study of the microRNAs, which are information molecules of food, and they don't actually dissolve, and they go into our bloodstream and become a part of our behavior eventually. We also discussed gut microbiomes, good and bad gut bacteria. Very importantly, the 3 brains, which is the head, the heart, and the gut. And the gut with 100 trillion bacteria, was it, Shreans?
Yeah, gut has 100 trillion compared to a body which has 50 trillion cells.
Wow. And that's what proves that we are more bacteria than human. And we also discussed the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems, how our emotions are directly connected to the gut, and also the serotonin and gut connection, which is very closely linked, and the cortisol and melatonin connection, again, which are related, and how stress deprives us or gives us better sleep, depending on our stress levels. And we also discussed in detail the leaky gut and its effects, which was very informing, the factors affecting gut health in a positive and negative way, which is like the sadhak and badhak tattva, which was, the factors affecting it adversely were animal-based diet, too much alcohol, lack of exercise, too much smoking, irregular or lack of sleep. Also, I think this stayed with me when you discussed the cesarean section as well, and how a baby born naturally has a better shield around them when they are born naturally. And also the beneficial factors where we discussed prebiotics, whole foods, probiotics, exercise, meditation, and eating diverse foods. And this one, Shreans, I want to personally look better into when you discuss the NAD plus the nutritional health supplement.
Yes, yes.
Which sounded quite interesting. So I did a little bit of research later, and I think we'll go into it further at some point.
Sure.
And today we will discuss quantum as is my custom, I'm going to recite it in a few lines of verse before we head into it. Beyond time, there lies a world closer than spaces you and I perceive, where you are the sculptor, the muse, the art, the master of each pixel of your reality. It is time to step into that you and play in that infinite quantum stream.
Beautiful. Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you. Shreans, over to you.
Yes. So very good evening, friends, and good morning, good afternoon from whichever country you are from. So friends, we'll start with meditation. Today's meditation is oneness. The name of the meditation is oneness meditation. So this meditation is to make you feel a state of oneness, and especially today's topic is quantum physics. So probably it's a more appropriate meditation for today. So here I'll be explaining you the mantra, the meaning of few sutras, and then we'll hear those sutras. So the whole idea is to the sutras tell us that how we are all one, and feel that feeling, feel the essence of those sutras. And the total duration of the meditation will be for 54 minutes. So let's begin, friends. And then after that, we'll take a 3-minute break and then we'll start the session. Yes. Let's begin.
Sit up straight, clasp your hands, cross your legs, eyes closed. The intention of this meditation is to move into the state of oneness. The root belief of all false beliefs is our belief in separation, that you and I are separated. The truth is, we all came from the same source. We are all connected. There are no seemingly others. If I hurt you, I hurt myself. If I judge you, I judge myself. If I love you, I love myself. Feelings of oneness of yourself with all things is true love. So the process of this meditation is simple and is a great way to move from your old self to a new self. So here we'll first start with brain coherence, which helps you to make your mind empty, lose your identity, drop all resistance and raise your vibrations. And then we move to the second stage. Here you will hear few sacred mantras or sutras. Before the start of each sutra, I will explain the meaning of these sutras. As you hear these chants, feel the vibrations and essence of these sutras. Surrender any aspects of your limited self to connect with the greater self as oneness. So I welcome you, dear friends, to participate in this powerful process. I hope you enjoy it. And now, gently shift your awareness to your nostrils. Take one deep breath in through your nostrils, and as you breathe out, relax. And
And one more slow, steady breath in. And as you exhale, let your whole body relax. Shift your awareness from the world around you to the world inside you. At this moment of time, nothing else exists but your breath. Just be with your breath. Normal, natural, simple, easy, relaxed breathing. At this moment of time, completely drop your identity, your personality self, your ego, your analytical mind, which is the extension of your ego. Just drop it all. And become pure consciousness. Withdraw your attention from all people, places, things, time and event. And just be with your in-breath and out-breath. And as you observe each and every breath coming in and out of your nostrils, sense the temperature in your nostrils. Is it warm or is it cooler? Sense it. Are you breathing deep or shallow? Observe. Each and every breath is keenly observed. Let not a single breath slip by without your awareness. And now it's
time to become nobody. No one, no thing, nowhere, and no time. Become pure consciousness, aware that you're aware in this endless vast field. Surrender any aspects of your limited self to join the greater self and lose yourself in nothing to become everything. Coming sutra, the coming prayer is Ajay Alay by Guru Gobind Singh Ji. This sutra means we are part of the same consciousness. We are specks from the same intelligence which is indestructible, which is unformed, unborn, which is imperishable. We all came from the same specks of light, which is unseen, unaffected, which is full of compassion, unconditional love, beyond shape and form, beyond time and space, beyond karma, beyond doubt. So let's connect to that infinite intelligence, to that higher source where we all came from. As you hear these prayers, feel your inner feeling transform. Feel your connection to your source energy. Trust and surrender.
Ajay ale, abhay abhay, abhu aju, anhasakas, aganj panch, alakh abak, akadaya, alekh bek, anamakan, agada, anathe pramathe, ajoni amoni. न रागे न रंगे न रूपे न रेखे, अकर्मन न परमन न गंजे अलेखे। अजय अले अभय अभय अभू अजू अनासकास अगंज पंच अलख अबक अकादया अलेख बेख अनामकाम अगाडा अनाथे प्रमाथे अजोनी अमोनी न रागे न रंगे न रूपे न रेखे अकर्मन न परमन न गंजे अलेखे। अजय अले अभय अभय अभू अजू अनासकास अगंज पंच अलख अबक अकादया अलेख बेख अनामकाम अगाडा अनाथे प्रमाथे अजोनी अमोनी न रागे न रंगे न रूपे न रेखे अकर्मन न परमन न गंजे अलेखे। अजय अले अभय अभय अभू अजू अनासकास अगंज पंच अलख अबक अकादया अलेख बेख अनामकाम अगाडा अनाथे प्रमाथे अजोनी अमोनी न रागे न रंगे न रूपे न रेखे अकर्मन न परमन न गंजे अलेखे। अजय अले अभय अभय अभू अजू अनासकास अगंज पंच अलख अबक अकादया अलेख बेख अनामकाम् अगाढा अनाथे प्रमाथे अजोनि अमोनि न रागे न रंगे न रूपे न रेखे अकर्मन् न परमन् न गंजे अलेखे अजय अले अभय अभय अभू अजू अनासकार अगंज पंच अलख अपख अकाल दयाल अलेख बेख अनामकाम अगाढा अनाथे प्रमाथे अजोनि अमोनि न रागे न रंगे न रूपे न रेखे अकर्मन् न परमन् न गंजे अलेखे अजय अले अभय अभय अभू अजू अनासकार अगंज पंच अलख अपख अकाल दयाल अलेख बेख अनामकाम अगाढा अनाथे प्रमाथे अजोनि अमोनि न रागे न रंगे न रूपे न रेखे अकर्मन् न परमन् न गंजे अलेखे अजय अले अभय अभय अभू अजू अनासकार अगंज पंच अलख अपख अकाल दयाल अलेख बेख अनामकाम अगाढा अनाथे प्रमाथे अजोनि अमोनि न रागे न रंगे न रूपे न रेखे अकर्मन् न परमन् न गंजे अलेखे अजय अले अभय अभय अभू अजू अनासकार अगंज पंच अलख अपख अकाल दयाल अलेख बेख अनामकाम अगाढा अनाथे प्रमाथे अजोनि अमोनि न रागे न रंगे न रूपे न रेखे अकर्मन् न परमन् न गंजे अलेखे
Now, the next prayer by Sant Guru Nanak is Hukm Andar, which means everything is part of the divine plan. Everything works according to the law of attraction. Everything is within you. Nothing is outside of you. Your source is the ultimate resource. You create your own reality. So as you hear this chant, connect to your own source, to your source within.
हुक्म अंदर सबको, बाहर हुक्म न कोई। नानक हुक्म जे बूझता, हो मैं कहे न कोई। हुक्म अंदर सबको, बाहर हुक्म न कोई। नानक हुक्म जे बूझता, हो मैं कहे न कोई। हुक्म अंदर सबको, बाहर हुक्म न कोई। नानक हुक्म जे बूझता, हो मैं कहे न कोई। हुक्म अंदर सबको, बाहर हुक्म न कोई। नानक हुक्म जे बूझता, हो मैं कहे न कोई। हुक्म अंदर सबको, बाहर हुक्म न कोई। नानक हुक्म जे बूझता, हो मैं कहे न कोई। हुक्म अंदर सबको, बाहर हुक्म न कोई। नानक हुक्म जे बूझता, हो मैं कहे न कोई। हुक्म अंदर सबको, बाहर हुक्म न कोई। नानक हुक्म जे बूझता, हो मैं कहे न कोई। हुक्म अंदर सबको, बाहर हुक्म न कोई। नानक हुक्म जे बूझता, हो मैं कहे न कोई। हुक्म अंदर सबको, बाहर हुक्म न कोई। नानक हुक्म जे बूझता, हो मैं कहे न कोई। हुक्म अंदर सबको, बाहर हुक्म न कोई। नानक हुक्मै जे बूझैता हो मैं कहे न कोई हुक्म अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म न कोई नानक हुक्मै जे बूझैता हो मैं कहे न कोई हुक्म अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म न कोई नानक हुक्मै जे बूझैता हो मैं कहे न कोई हुक्म अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म न कोई नानक हुक्मै जे बूझैता हो मैं कहे न कोई हुक्म अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म न कोई नानक हुक्मै जे बूझैता हो मैं कहे न कोई हुक्म अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म न कोई नानक हुक्मै जे बूझैता हो मैं कहे न कोई हुक्म अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म न कोई नानक हुक्मै जे बूझैता हो मैं कहे न कोई हुक्म अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म न कोई नानक हुक्मै जे बूझैता हो मैं कहे न कोई हुक्म अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म न कोई नानक हुक्मै जे बूझैता हो मैं कहे न कोई हुक्म अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म न कोई नानक हुक्मै जे बूझैता हो मैं कहे न कोई
In the coming sutra is by Sant Kabir. This prayer means that first God created light, and then next came all the mortal beings. All came from the same infinite energy source. From the same source came the universe, the plants, the birds, the mountains, the animals, the human beings. Since everything came from the same source, from the same light, then who is good? Who is bad? Since we are all sparks of the same consciousness, then who is good? Who is bad? Drop all the judgments. Feel the oneness of all beings as we are all connected through the same divine consciousness.
Avalalla Nur upaya Kudrat ke sab bande Kudrat ke sab bande Ek noor te sab jag upjaya कौन पले को मंदे कौन पले को मंदे अवलल्ला नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे कुदरत के सब बंदे एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन भले को कौन पले को मंदे अवलल्ला नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे कुदरत के सब बंदे एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन पले को मंदे कौन पले को अवलल्ला नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे कुदरत के सब बंदे एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन भले को मंदे कौन भले को मंदे अवलल्ला नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे कुदरत के सब बंदे एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन भले को मंदे कौन भले को मंदे अव्वल अल्लाह नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे कुदरत के सब बंदे एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन भले को मंदे कौन भले को मंदे अव्वल अल्लाह नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे कुदरत के सब बंदे एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन भले को मंदे कौन भले को मंदे अव्वल अल्लाह नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे कुदरत के सब बंदे एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन भले को मंदे कौन भले को मंदे अव्वल अल्लाह नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे कुदरत के सब बंदे एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन भले को कौन भले को मंदे अव्वल अल्लाह नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे कुदरत के सब बंदे
And now, as you feel your connection to the source energy, feel immense love, immense joy, immense gratitude. separation and feel the oneness and interconnectedness of all beings. Feel the appreciation for the existence, for life, for creation. Feel your gratitude towards Mother Earth. Feel the love and compassion for all beings, for plant beings, animal beings, and human beings. May all beings be happy. May all my thoughts and feelings, words and actions contribute to the happiness of all beings. Let there be peace all around. whenever you're ready, you can slowly bring your awareness back to a new heart, to your new body, in a whole new world, in a whole new time. Take your time, and whenever you're ready, you can gently rub both your hands and place it over your beautiful eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you may slowly open your eyes. Take your time and slowly come back as an embodiment of peace, love, and compassion as you radiate this feeling all around. Treasure this feeling, memorize this feeling, anchor this feeling in your heart, and maintain this modified state. Thank you for spending these moments with me. My love and appreciation to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Wow. Shreans, the music curation is another level. Ever since I first came across, since then I feel like this should be playing everywhere. In the car, gatherings, anywhere. I'm like, it should be on a loop all the time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your messages, friends.
Thank you so much for the message. So now we will take a 3-minute break now.
Yes, absolutely. 3 minutes break, friends, and we rejoin for our discussion on quantum physics. So see you in 180 seconds.
I see
So Shreans, I won't take up any more of your time. I think we can start.
All right, friends. So today's topic, quantum physics, how thoughts become things. So today I'm going to show you a few of the experiments of quantum physics, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, depending on time-wise, and the remaining same topic, the remaining we'll cover it tomorrow, right? Just a minute. Sorry, just a minute. I'll put my mic, please. Yeah, sorry. So, so remaining part of the quantum physics, we're going to cover tomorrow. So, friends, we all have been hearing the word quantum physics, quantum field, but what is really quantum is? So when you break any matter, the tiniest particle of any matter is atom, right? And all atom is 99.999% energy information, and only 0.0001% matter. When you break further atom, it's neutrons, electrons, protons. And when you break it further down, it is only just a waves of energy and information, right? So all atoms are waves of energy and information. So whether you see a pyramid, you see a table, whether you see me, you see a tree, whatever, everything is just energy and information in its most fundamental form. And all of these waves are constantly interacting with each other. So the whole universe, the whole cosmos, that's why it's connected with each other through these waves. And when all the planets, the universes, and when all our waves of energy information, and when we combine all these waves of energy information, that is the quantum field. The field, so that is the quantum field. And when you say, so that's a quant is, when you say quantum, quant is the tiniest particle of matter. Right? So, yeah, Keshav, can you show the slide? So let's see what Nikola Tesla said. Nikola Tesla, who invented electricity, he said, if you wish to find the secrets of the universe, think of it in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Again, I'll repeat. If you wish to find the secrets of the universe, think of it in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. He says everything is made up of energy, and that energy is vibrating at certain frequency, right? So everything is made up of energy, and that energy is vibrating at certain frequency. So, sorry. Go back. Sorry. Go back. Yeah. No. Yeah. So I want to show you. So here, from the quantum physics experiments, we are going to see everything from the point of view of energy, everything from the lens of the energy. And Keshav, yeah, okay. So we are going to start by an experiment, which is called water experiment. And this is by Keshav, can you show the slide? Yeah. So by a very famous Japanese scientist, Dr. Masaru Emoto. He did some research on water particles, and his experiment really was an eye-opener for the whole world. So what he did is he collected water samples from different places, and he froze that water and saw it in the microscope in a laboratory. And what was amazing is different water had a different structure. And when he exposed this water to different words, like he exposed the water to a word like thank you, wisdom, truth, eternal. So when he exposed the water to these positive words, they showed uh, they formed a beautiful crystal structure. You can see that. And same way, angel, I love you, peace. And the same water, when he exposed to some negative words like you fool, you can see how distorted this picture is, how distorted the structure is. When he said, you made me sick, this was the image, evil. And again, what he did was he got the sample of polluted water, and this was the image. He offered prayer to the same polluted water, and the water turned into a beautiful crystal structure. So let us see let us see the video, and then I'll talk more about it. Yeah. Keshav, can you play the video? Yeah. Yes, water experiments. Here. Keshav, can you play the video, water experiments? Yeah. Sorry for the glitch. Yeah.
Dr. Imato's laboratory does research on water samples which are subjected to various forms of outside influence. The impressions made upon the water are recorded by swiftly freezing it in a cryogenic chamber. This is what water heated in a microwave oven looks like. This is the effect of a mobile telephone. Somebody said, "Thank you" to this water. Excuse me. You disgust me. Let us see how this type of water affects human blood. The doctor is drawing blood from a patient's finger. Using a special microscope, we shall be able to see the condition of her body from this drop.
These are red blood cells, and they've lost their electrical charge, so they're all stuck together in a formation called a rouleau. Here's a huge symplast. Symplasts are associated with heart disease and arthritis and lung disease and many other conditions that could be coming in the future.
The doctor asks the patient to drink a small amount of structurized water. After 12 minutes, the doctor again draws blood from the patient and studies it.
So you can see that the cells then become buoyant, they become slippery, and they have their electrical charge, so they repel each other. That allows them to carry oxygen, and it means that we're changing the pH of the blood back to an aerobic environment rather than an anaerobic environment. I think that's utterly amazing. That just drinking water could do that.
In 1995, Dr. Emoto Masaru was the first one to record musical impressions on water. In Dr. Emoto Masaru's laboratory, they allowed water to listen to music, after which they flash froze the water, and then, under the microscope, they could clearly see the crystals that the water had formed. Here is what the music of Bach looks like. Mozart, Beethoven, heavy rock, Dr. Emoto has conducted another interesting experiment. He placed rice into 3 glass beakers and covered it with water. And then every day for a month, he said, "Thank you" to one beaker, "You're an idiot" to the second, and the third one he completely ignored. After 1 month, the rice that had been thanked began to ferment, giving off a strong, pleasant aroma. The rice in the second beaker turned black, and the rice that was ignored began to rot. Dr. Emoto thinks that this experiment provides an important lesson, especially with regard to how we treat children. We should take care of them, give them attention, and converse with them. Indifference does the greatest harm.
So this quite interesting, right? And this finding is very interesting because 72% of our world is water. 72% of our body, more than 72% of our body is water. And so that clearly shows that how our thoughts, our emotions, the words, the music, everything has an impact on our body. Everything has an impact on the world around us. And even on the food, he did a research on rice and how food fermented when he said positive words, gave a nice aroma when he said positive words. When he said negative, it became black. And when he ignored, it rot. So this is how, that's why food also carries energy and information, right? So everything carries energy and information, and all energy carries information and frequency. So this shows that, and also he found that the water stores memory. In fact, nowadays a lot of research is being done on water. They say 1 drop of water, water can store millions of terabytes of information. So and they are trying to develop, if instead of chip, can they use water to store memory and decode that memory? So scientists are working on that. So that means a subjective mind has an impact on the objective world. When you pay attention to something, you affect that reality. So a lot of time, that's why we say focus on what we want and what we do not want. Change your attention to wellness and not to illness, because as is your thoughts, as is your emotions, as are your words, has an influence on the world around you, right? So, and your expectancy determines your outcome. Whatever you expect, that accordingly will be the outcome. It is the observer with effects, who is affecting what is being observed. And when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That's what Vendar said. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So again, this is a proof that yad bhavam tad bhavti, yatha drishti tatha srishti. I'll show you next experiment. Keshav, can you share the slide? So this is an experiment which was done by a very famous scientist called René Poche. He is in a metaphysical institute. He has a metaphysical institute in France, Paris, and there he did an experiment with some newborn chick babies, newborn chicks. And what he did was he has this random movement device, which when he puts on this on a plain board, on a plain floor, they put made a board, and when you put this random movement device, it moves randomly in all directions, right? Because that is what devices has no intelligence, so wherever, anywhere, it will move randomly. Now, what did he do was, he took a newborn chick. He took a newborn chick, and the very first day it was born, he put this chick with this random movement device. And what he did was, he started feeding the chicks. He started feeding the chick from this device. And when the chick was eating from that device, the chick really got attached, right? The chick felt that it is this device which is my mother. It is this object which is my mother. Chick didn't feel that, oh, it is some random object or some inanimate object. Chick really felt that, oh, she is my mother and she's the one who is nourishing me, taking care of me. So chick became very emotionally attached with that device. Now, what they did was, he put the chick in the cage. And when he put the chick in the cage, the chick wanted, and then again the slide, Keshav. And the chick wanted to go back to the mother from the board, right? He switched on the random movement device, and the chick wanted to go back to the mother. And in that case, and during that time, the device, all the time, the device moved more towards the chick. It didn't move in this direction at all. It moved all the time. He kept the device here, and it didn't move this side. 99% time it all moved here. And he did this experiment time and again, and that was a big thing. So let me share the slide. Let me share a video. Okay, sure. Yeah, so can you see that random movement device? Yeah, initially he put it's moving randomly all everywhere. You can see that. And now he picked up that chick and he placed him with the device and started feeding from that device. You can see that. And now he put the device in the cage. He put that chick in the cage, and the chick is now shouting. The chick really wants to go back to her mother. So you can see most of the time the device is moving close to the chick. Isn't this interesting? And so the power of the intention of the chick can influence the movement of an inanimate object. Imagine how powerful we as human beings are. In fact, our frontal lobe, the chick's frontal lobe, which is the where we have the thoughts and the intentions. The chick's frontal lobe is 1% of its brain, and humans is 40% of our brain size. One is our brain size is far bigger than a chick brain size, and of that, our humans' frontal lobe is 40%, highest in all the living beings. So how powerful is our thought? How powerful is our intention? And next to us is dolphins, which is frontal lobe, which is 27% of the brain size. So now I'm going to show you, Keshav, next slide. Yeah, go back. Yeah. So I'm going to show you another video. This is a very interesting video where Greg Braden will be speaking on this video, and where he found that in China there's a healing school where there's a healing hospital which do alternative ways of healing, and there's a group of healers. They were healing a lady with a bladder cancer, and how within 3 minutes they could completely heal the cancer with the power of their intention, thoughts, and feelings. So let me show this video. Very interesting video. Yeah.
So any discussion regarding this feeling-based prayer, this lost mode of prayer, sometimes seems a little more than academic until we can actually apply it in our lives or see it applied in our lives. It's in the late 1990s that I had the opportunity to do precisely that. When I saw the footage documenting the healing of a life-threatening condition within the body of a living woman using precisely the kinds of techniques that we're speaking about right now. For me, it was this kind of information that took this lost modality of prayer out of the realm of academics and into something that's very real that we can apply in our lives. I had the opportunity during that time to see some video footage of the healing of a 3-inch diameter bladder cancer inside the body of a woman who, by Western medical standards, had been diagnosed inoperable. She had gone, as a last resort, to a medicineless hospital in Beijing, China. It was in this medicineless hospital where they began simply by addressing the life-affirming ways that she could change how she was living her life. They taught her life-affirming ways to breathe and life-affirming ways to nourish her body, gentle movements to stimulate the energy centers in her body. And as she was doing these and strengthening her body, at one point it made sense to undergo a process. Now I'd like to share this. I'd like to describe it to you as a very potent example of how the feeling world inside of our bodies has a direct effect, in this case a very graphic effect, on the world beyond our bodies. So in the video documentation, the film shows a woman lying on in a hospital room. She's fully awake, she's fully conscious, she believes in the process that's about to happen. Before her, there is an ultrasound technician who is running an ultrasound wand over her lower abdomen that we can see on a split-screen television. And on the left-hand side of the screen, they do a snapshot, a freeze frame of an instant in time for reference, so we can see what her condition looked like in that instant in time. On the right-hand side of the screen, we are able to watch real time as 3 practitioners stand behind her, working with the energy in her body and with the feelings in their bodies. And what they do is they begin to chant a word that to them they've agreed upon, that reinforces the feeling within them that she's already healed. The chant essentially says already healed, already done. And as they begin to have this feeling and to say these words among themselves, on the computer screen, on the television screen, we can watch in real time this cancerous tumor as it disappears in less than 3 minutes real time. It's not like time-lapse on a documentary where you see a rose unfold in 30 seconds in something that normally takes days. This literally happens in less than 3 minutes. Her body responded to the feelings of the practitioners who were trained to have the kinds of feelings that they were having. And all they were feeling was the feeling of what it feels like to be in the presence of a woman who is already healed, fully enabled, fully capacitated. They were not seeing her as a woman who was sick, and they weren't saying, bad cancer, you've got to go away.
So you saw that First, they taught her how to breathe, how to exercises, life-affirming ways to heal herself, which facilitated her healing. And then when these healers, they were not seeing her as a sick woman. They said already healed. They were seeing her as if fully unable, fully capacitated. So as if she's completely healed, right? And they fully believed in it. And within 3 minutes, her bladder cancer went away. So isn't it amazing? And that shows the power of her thoughts and feelings. Nafti, so far so good?
Yeah, Shreans, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So now we'll go to the topic of more on quantum physics and yeah. Yes, Keshav, can you show the yes, go on the slide quantum physics. Yeah. Notes. Yes. So how so now I'm going to show more of some quantum physics experiments, and I'll share one slide by Elon Musk. What he says that let me share the slide first, then we can talk about it. So he says physics is a good framework for thinking. Boil down things to the fundamental truths and reason up from there. So what I mean to say is, whenever you see anything, boil down things to the fundamental truth, to the basics, and then reason up from there. So that means basic, whatever you see as matter, whatever you see as your creation, as your world, as your reality, if eventually it is boiled down things to the energy. Right? Eventually, fundamentally, it is the energy which is creating the matter, and it is the energy which is creating our world. Right? Like Einstein said, the field is the sole governing. Like Einstein said, the field is the sole governing agency of matter. Everything came from the field. So that's what Elon Musk is trying to say, that why not see things from the most fundamental level and reason up from there, rather than using the conventional way of thinking that seeing is believing. Why not go from where everything came from, where the creation actually happened? So let me share another video, yes, of Elon Musk. And we know Elon Musk, the richest man on the planet today, and we cannot deny his success. And this is what has worked for him in his life. Yeah, can you play the video?
I think it's also important to reason from first principles rather than by analogy. So the normal way that we conduct our lives is we reason by analogy. We're doing this because it's like something else that was done, or it's like what other people are doing.
Me Too type ideas.
Yeah, slight iterations
yeah.
on a theme, and it's kind of mentally easier to reason by analogy rather than from first principles. But by first principles is kind of a physics way of looking at the world, and what that really means is you kind of boil things down to the most fundamental truths, and say, okay, what are we sure is true, or as sure as possible is true, and then reason up from there. That takes a lot more mental energy.
Give me an example of that. Like, what's one thing that you've done that on that you feel has worked for you?
Sure. So somebody could say, in fact people do, that battery packs are really expensive, and that's just the way they'll always be, because that's the way they've been in the past. You're like, well, no, that's pretty dumb, because if you applied that reasoning to anything new, then you wouldn't be able to ever get to that new thing.
Right.
Right. So and we know that he is manufacturing batteries which are the cheapest in the world. So So the reason why I'm relating it to this topic, because he himself says, look at from the view of quantum mechanics, everything. And whenever we are seeing creation, whenever we want to create, whenever we want to manifest anything, we have to first understand that everything came from that source, everything came from that field, everything came from that energy. And what we see as matter came from that. And for that matter, for that energy, anything is possible, right? So let me share again a few slides of him, and then we'll go to the topic of, then we'll share some more information on the field, the quantum field. So he says, when I was a little kid, I was really scared of the dark. But then I came to understand dark just means absence of photons in the visible wavelength, 400 to 700 nanometers, right? Just there are no photons in the visible wavelength. When there are no photons, you experience darkness. And then he says, then I thought, well, it's really silly to be afraid of a lack of photons. Then I wasn't afraid of dark anymore after that. I mean, just very interesting way of looking at things. Let me share with you another video where he talks about quantum mechanics. He used the word quantum mechanics.
Can we have some of that secret sauce? Can we put it into our education system? Can someone learn from you? It is truly amazing what you've done.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. Well, I think I do think there's a good framework for thinking. It is physics. You know, the sort of first principles reasoning. But generally, I think there are. What I mean by that is boil things down to their fundamental truths and reason up from there, as opposed to reasoning by analogy. Through most of our life, we get through life by reasoning by analogy, which essentially means kind of copying what other people do with slight variations. And you have to do that, otherwise it's mentally, you wouldn't be able to get through the day. But when you want to do something new, you have to apply the physics approach. Physics is really sort of figured out how to discover new things that are counterintuitive, like quantum mechanics. It's really counterintuitive. So I think that's an important thing to do. And then also to really pay attention to negative feedback and solicit it, particularly from friends. This may sound like sort of simple advice, but it's hardly anyone does that, and it's incredibly helpful.
Interesting. Yeah. So now we come to the topic where I'm going to explain you more about what is field. When you talk about quantum field, what are the we'll go more detail about what actually is field is. So as I told you before, Einstein said the field is the sole governing agency of matter. So, and again, I've shared you before, all atoms create waves. And when you put all the waves put together, it is called the field. So the truth is we are made of atoms, but we are also the field, as we are all connected as we are connected to everything. How we think, how we feel impacts the field around us, the quantum field, and what is happening in the quantum field influences us. So we are so interconnected, and because it's through the waves of energy information, and waves we cannot separate, right? So like water, if you try to divide it by a stick, the water you can't separate. The moment you put a stick and try to divide it, water is again inseparable. And waves are further more fluid form of form of matter. So it's completely inseparable. In fact, research shows that We move in it, the scientists have found that we move in and out of the quantum field 7.8 times per second. Can you imagine? Per second, we are entering the quantum field, we are connecting to the quantum field and coming back to the quantum field, and in this three-dimensional reality. So that close is a connection with the field. That close is a connection with the quantum field. And we have done that before, the rubbing hand experiment when we do, and we can feel the energy between the hands, right? The little bit you rub your hands and then you can move your hands like this, and you feel the energy between your hands. So you can feel the energy, and you can't see this energy, but you know it's there. So the same way, and that is the extension, and that is if you extend it to the whole field. So same way, the field is there's energy in the field, and you can't see. There are no people, there are no places, there are no place, there are no people, there are no things, there are no human beings or animals or plants, no buildings. You can't. There's nothing. But it is only waves of energy and information. It is only potential. The field is a place of infinite possibilities, infinite potentials. And with your thoughts and intention, with your thoughts and feelings, you collapse the waves of possibilities into matter. Right? Because all frequency carries information. And when that field receives that information, which is aligned with the frequency of the quantum field, it turns into matter. You collapse that waves of possibilities into matter. That's how we are co-creators. The universe only created the field. The God only created the field. And he put the laws into that field, like law of attraction. Like for the earth, it is law of gravity. I cannot say that when I walk, gravity will work, but when you walk, you will fly in the sky. Or if I drop a thing, it will not fall down. Law of gravity is working for everyone, right? The same way, in the quantum field is waves of energy, information, and law of attraction. It is all governed by law of attraction, law of vibration, and the field matches your vibrational, whatever is your vibrational output. So many spiritual masters, many researchers, many scientists called field by different names. So I'm going to share with you the various names. Keshav, can you share the slide? So some call it field, some call it the quantum field. This was first discovered by the scientist Max Planck. So he calls the Planck. So then a lot of people started calling it the Planck field. The quantum vacuum. As I told you before, it's a vacuum. There are no people. There's no place. There's no space. And it is beyond time and space. Isn't it amazing that, like recently in a web telescope, they have captured new images, and they are saying that when they see through that telescope those images, they are millions of light years away. That means what they are seeing is something which has happened millions of light years away already by the time we are capturing it in the telescope. But we are seeing it now. So it is beyond time and space. And some call it matrix, like Greg Braden called it the divine matrix. Vortex, Abraham calls it the vortex. So different masters call it different things, different scientists call it different names, but it's all one and the same. In common language, we call it the ether. So it's all one and the same. I mean, I personally like to call it the field, the field of possibilities, the field of infinite possibilities, the field of infinite potentials. I believe it is the field is the sub-reality. It's like unmanifested reality. It's already there, right? And that's why a lot of times we have something like a lot of times we have a precognition. Something which has not happened already, but you get a dream before, or we have a feeling that this is going to happen, or 2 days before you know that we saw a dream and 1 day later, 2 days later, you saw it actually happen. So it's a sub-reality which already was existing in the quantum field. You could tune into that information from the field, and eventually it manifested 2 days later. The same way our emotion is an early manifestation. The moment you have an emotion, that is your vibration to the quantum field. So with your intention and emotion, it is already in the quantum field, it is already manifested. It's just that if you can maintain that vibration for a little longer, for a sustained period of time, you'll be able to turn that into matter. You'll be able to imprint that into the quantum field, and if you sustain it, then it will turn it into matter. So a few properties of the field I'm going to share with you. Three important properties of the field is the field is holographic. The field is holographic, the field is entangled, and the field is fractal. So I'm going to explain each one. What do you mean by holographic? So the field is holographic, means field is three-dimensional. It is not just, even though you can't see it, but still it is three-dimensional. Like how any object is three-dimensional, but the same way the field is three-dimensional. These waves of energy information, it is there, but it is three-dimensional. And it is holographic. In a sense, the another property of a hologram is when you take a small part of a hologram, suppose there's a hologram, and even if you pick a small part of the hologram, even the tiniest part carries the information of the whole piece. So in a hologram, a whole is reflected. That's why it's called hologram. A whole is reflected. A whole is reflected in every particle of hologram. So every particle of hologram carries the information, the information of the whole big picture. Even the smallest one will carry the information of the whole big picture. So that is the beauty of the hologram. So that's why we are all connected, right? So even the smallest, the field is everywhere. That's why the field is everywhere. The field is not whether you're sitting in a room or whether you're sitting out below the sky or you're flying in the air. Everywhere the field is all around. The field is holographic. It is all around. That's why your vibration goes everywhere. That's why for manifestation, you don't need to actually travel everywhere, because your vibration goes everywhere. Whatever is your vibrational output, you'll attract things into your life because field is everywhere. The moment your vibration, the field is everywhere. So you are already connected with that field. You are already relayed that information to that field. Whatever you want can come to you wherever you are. Because when you're creating from the field, when you're creating from that dimension. So first that the field is holographic. First property of the field is holographic. Keshav, can you share the slide? Second rule, the second property of the field is entangled. That means they are intertwined. The field is very much interconnected with each other. I already shared with you, and I'm going to share with you few experiments which proves that the field is entangled. Right? Next. And that's why when you meditate, when you give an intention to somebody, you influence that person, right? Because they are also connected to the field, you're also connected to the field. That proves that field is entangled. A pranic healer is sitting thousands of miles away, is healing you sitting here. Some to the patient sitting in India, maybe they're in US, but they're healing you because they're able to heal you because when they tune into the field and with their intention, and the field is everywhere, field is entangled. And when they throw an intention with your name, even though you're miles away, the information is traveling to that field. That frequency, the frequency of the field carries that information, and you are healed even though you are sitting miles away. So this is the property of the field. Third property of the field is fractal. Fractal means every part, similar to holographic. Holographic is 3-dimensional. Fractal means that every part of the unit represents the whole. Like every cell of our body is fractal. So as I told you that we have 50 trillion cells in our body. We have 50 trillion cells in our body. We have 50 trillion cells in our body, and when you see the information field, when you study the information field of one cell, out of 50 trillion cells, when you study the information of one cell, you can know the information field. You can know the information of the whole body. Right? So the more you go in, you'll see the same shape, same pattern of the whole. So I'm going to share with you a small video, so you'll be able to understand better what do I mean by fractal. Music, Keshav, it's okay. Let the music be on, it's fine. Yeah. So that's why in the field, when they zoom in with the telescope, when they're able to see, they find that there are galaxies inside galaxies. There are universes inside universes. It's infinite. It's infinite and goes on and on. So that is the creation of God, right? How unique it is. And when you tune into that field, so imagine the field which has so many galaxies and planets, and so what is compared to that, what you want is nothing. What you want to manifest is nothing. Your car, your house, your relationship, your health, you can, of course, it is nothing in what the potential lies in the field. So you can manifest anything, no matter where you stand right now, no matter what your situation is. You can manifest, you can transform your life. Yes, okay, sure. Next slide. Navki, so far so good?
Yes, Shreans, so far very, very good. We are very good on time. You still have, go for it. It's perfect on time.
So this shows that the field functions as a container for all things. The field is a container for all things. So everything field encompasses everything, right? So whatever you see, everything came from the field. Everything is part of the field. Everything is inside that field. Whether you see planet Earth or moon or everything, sun, everything is inside that field. It is the container for all things. Second is the field functions as a bridge between inner and outer worlds, between our world inside and the outer world. That is the field is the bridge between the inner and the outer world. As I told, give an example of pranic healing. Somebody sitting miles away is healing the other person. How? Because the bridge is the field. The bridge is the field. The same way, when you manifest through your thoughts and emotions, and you see a reality, what is the bridge? The bridge was the field. It traveled through the field and then it came into a reality. So the field functions as a bridge between the inner world and the outer world. And the third function of the field is it is a mirror for all experiences. The field is a mirror for all experiences. Whatever is happening inside, It just mirrors, reflects what it is. The outside is only mirroring the inside. The outside only reflecting your objective, your subjective reality is reflected outside. The outside is nothing but the contents of your consciousness objectified. Whatever you see as objects, things is the contents of your consciousness objectified. That's why when things change inside you, things change around you. And this is the basic function of the field. Whatever is your vibrational output, fields matches it and turn the similar things into matter. And then you see it as reality. But that makes us so powerful. The law of attraction makes us so powerful. Right? God does not interfere with your free will. God does not tell you, who is doing what. There's 6.9 billion people on this planet. There's no way he can keep track of everyone every moment. He just created the law, and then the universe is working with this law. Like the law of attraction for the earth, same way the law of gravity for the earth, same way the law of attraction for the whole field. So whether you want to be born as a blind or as a deaf or as a rich or as a poor, God does not judge you. He does not interfere with your free will. You choose as per your lessons which you want to learn. And whatever is your present reality, you chose it, you decided it, you created it, but the same way you have the power to create your new reality. If whatever your present is what you have created in your past, the same way with your present you can create a new future. So the power is within us. It is not outside of us. So we can end it here, or if you want, we can go ahead with a few more experiments. Navki, what do you think?
Do we have time enough tomorrow? Are we left with just the right?
We have time tomorrow. It's fine. We have time tomorrow. Yeah. In fact, in Hindi, I ended it here. So, or maybe I can share one or two experiments. Yeah. Some shorter.
Sure. It's yeah. We are very good on time. It's not even 7 yet.
Okay. Yeah.
So we can share. Yeah.
I don't want to
say yes. We are in a flow. One more experiment.
My habit of taking extra time.
No. With you, time and space collapse.
Keshav, I don't want. Okay. No, I want to show another experiment. Go ahead further. Wait, I'll tell you. Yes. This quantum entanglement. So go back, Keshav. Go back. I want to show the slide first. Yeah. So very interesting experiment, which was done in 1997 by a group of scientists from different countries. They all got together and did this experiment. This is also called a Swiss experiment because it was done in Switzerland. So what did they do? What did they do is a same group of particles, they divided it into, they separated the same group of particles into two. And when they divided the group of particles, one group they kept 10 miles away and the other group another 10 miles away. So they were separated by 20 miles away from each other, right? Sorry. So they were separated by 20 miles away from each other. And the interesting thing is, whatever they were doing an effect on the one group of particles, because they both came from the same group and they had separated it, whatever they were making an effect on the group A, the same effect was happening on the group B. Without them even touching or influencing the group B. So that means because they are so entangled, They were still, even though they were miles apart, they are still connected because of the field. So that means that the field is beyond time and space. And that also proves that oneness. We all came from the same field. That's why we are all connected. That's why they say the root belief of all false belief is the belief in separation. Somebody asked Raman Maharshi, you meet so many people, you meet so many, they are surrounded by all the people all the time. How do you handle others? He said, there are no others. He saw one there are no others. Everyone is me and I am everyone. So there's no separation. So same way, this experiments prove that we are all interconnected because we also came from the same field. And another interesting part of this experiment is that the moment they were trying to, the scientists were really baffled and they really got excited. So in their excitement, before they could physically make an effect on those particles, in their excitement, even when the intention, what they wanted to do, even when they put an intention, before they could even affect the group A, the group B got excited and it behaved. So the field is so intertangled. And many experiments have been done before also. Einstein used to call it spooky action at a distance. There's another experiment done, they also called Copenhagen experiment. It was done in Copenhagen. So this experiment proves the principle of non-locality. The field is non-local. So if the field is non-local, that means we can also create, we are non-local beings. We can collapse the waves of possibilities now. What normally which you think can happen after 10 years, 20 years, you can change the timeline of your destiny. And it also proves oneness. Right? It proves our communion with the source. And with this observation, as I told you before, we collapse the waves of possibilities. Einstein said, time and space are not the modes in which we live, but we think. The modes in which we live is beyond time and space. But because we think, we are conditioned to think that time and space in the three-dimensional reality, that time is linear, we are limited by space. That is why it is like that. But if we understand our multidimensional personality, if we experience our true divinity, our expanded consciousness, we are beyond time and space. That's what experience is. That's what happens in meditation. Right? You lose track of time. You lose track of where you are sitting, where are your hands, where is your body. You go beyond time and space. You experience some mystical moments. You experience some different dimensions. Sometimes you become no mind. That is the mind of God. You tune into that. That when you're in no mind, that is where you are exactly tuned into the field. You're connected to the field. You become one with the field. That is actually the state of oneness. So yeah, go back to the slide, Keshav. So this principle, this experiment, which is, they call it the principle, which proves the principle of non-locality. They say the quantum entanglement enables particles to affect each other instantaneously across any distance. Right? And entangled particles would remain connected even if they were opposite sides of the universe. I'll share a small video to give you a better understanding.
Non-locality is au courant with modern physics. Schrödinger talked about non-locality and entanglement in the 1920s, but it really wasn't until 1970 that Friedman and Clauser at Berkeley discovered that photons born together like identical twins can move off into the distance from one another, and you grab one twin and you change the polarization of the other, even though they're very, very far apart. And the lingo describing this in modern physics is, we would say, they're entangled with one another.
I'm just repeating this video so that you can have a look again. See how they have been separated. And when you affect one, the other one is automatically affected because they are entangled. They are connected with each other beyond time and space.
Wow. Shreans, would you like to share anything more in terms of videos or?
It's fine. We can end it now. Yeah, and we can take.
Okay. I feel like we are all going through the Swiss experiment. And we'll just take questions now. Yeah. Dr. Sunita Mehta.
Many experiments which I'm going to share with you tomorrow. Very, very amazing experiments. Yeah.
Super.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Sir, I just wanted to know.
If you want, you can even unmute your video. Keshav, you can start the chat now to everyone. Yeah. Yeah, ma'am. Go ahead.
What we call God, or we think as oneness, is it the quantum field?
No, it is the expression of the unity. It is the expression of the God. Quantum field is the expression of the God. It is the expression of the divine who created the quantum field.
So then, what is God like? There is, how we can say God. We were under the impression that the universe, like what you call the oneness, whatever we call. So isn't this oneness?
You can call it like Srishti, or just Srishti ka jo racheta hai, that is God. Who created this quantum field is God, and that is what my understanding. But
isn't? Don't you think the creator was the vibration itself?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I have not seen God. So we can interpret the way we like. But bottom line is, my context here is law of attraction. And bottom line is, we are ruled by the law of attraction, and we are the extension of that source energy. We are also co-creators. If he can create what he has created, we are also co-creators, because he gave the law of attraction for us to create whatever we want. Right.
So then, what is our inner and outer? How ourselves? You said no, this is a bridge between the inner and outside.
Inner world is the inside world of thoughts and feelings.
That is also part of quantum field itself, isn't it?
No, that is not a part of quantum field. With that, you influence the quantum field. Quantum field, everything is a part of quantum field. But
yeah. It's like the sea. The particles are, the water particles are part of sea. That's what we want to explain, no? Isn't it? The water particles of the sea are part of the sea.
Everything is part of the field, including our thoughts and feelings, but we are separated in this three-dimensional reality, because my thoughts and emotions are mine, yours thoughts and emotions are mine. All are connected with the field, and all influences the field.
Okay.
Right? And we are influenced by that field. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Abhijit, can we go to you? I know you've been meaning to share something very
Yes, ma'am.
important. Yeah.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes. You can switch on your video if you want. You're audible.
I'm unable to see that video thing as a panelist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Accept yourself as a panelist, and then you can switch on the video. In the meantime, if you want to go to Nadia, she's already, we can see her.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, we can audio Abhijit. So Nadia will come back to you after Abhijit. Yeah.
Okay. Sir, sorry. One line thanks to you for all this thing, and I'll, with due respect, I'll come to my question.
Yes.
Sir, have you ever heard of? Sorry.
Sir, where are you from? What you do?
Yeah,
And
I'm from Nagpur, and I'm a salesperson basically. My question is, if you have ever heard of RK technology that was done for eye surgery, if you know. Before the laser technology was introduced, they used to give cuts on eye cornea. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I don't know.
Okay, so that would be kind of a very long question. I will love to email you that if you have some time to look on that.
Sure. Do that. Yeah.
My other question is, sir, I'm 50 years old.
Coming to the point of laser, you know how the barcode, and you put a laser on the barcode and you get the whole information, right?
Yes.
You go to nowadays with COVID, now we have gotten used to, you go to a restaurant, you scan the barcode, and you get the barcode carries the information, right?
Yes.
Or you go in a shop, they put a laser on the barcode, or and then they know the whole information.
Yes, all the product information.
Same way, because that frequency carries information.
Okay.
Same way, the thoughts and emotions. You zoom into the quantum field, and depending on your what your laser, which is your emotions, and your barcode, the information is of your thoughts. Whatever you are projecting into the quantum field, you will manifest that into your life. I mean, just an analogy I'm giving you.
Yes.
You said laser.
Yeah, thanks for that explanation. Yes. Sir, my other question is the way I was brought up. Like this is the question that I wanted to ask you right from the second day itself.
Right.
The way I was brought up, I was the youngest in the family of my brothers, cousins, all. So, I was kind of like, my brothers will tell me, and I'll, I'll keep on moving and I'll be very successful and all. Now I'm 50 years old. There have been a lot of things, those have troubled me, but I'm still like, whenever I see somebody in trouble, I forget my own, pains or involvement, and I will go there. I forget that my family owes me my duties. I feel sorry when I see my family in trouble that I'm not earning that much. Actually, I'm earning, but all the times I'm investing into something, and I'm with all those, my drawbacks, I'm losing that money. So coming to the point is, whenever I see somebody else in need or problems, I go there. I'm a small person, but I love to help others. I forget about myself. When then I get back to my family, I always see that, my family is not getting what I should be responsibly making available to them. So, like, my question is why I'm not understanding my responsibilities. Like, अगर मैं दूसरों का भला चाहता हूँ, मैं अपने लिए क्यों नहीं कर पा रहा? मतलब वो फीलिंग क्यों नहीं आती? मतलब at heart I'm very fair. I want to give everything to each. मेरे लिए जो आप बोलते हैं ना.
Sometimes the problem is lack of self-love, and you cannot give to others what you don't have. If your cup is empty, how will you give others? So you think that you are giving others, but first focus on self-love. First focus on yourself. But first focus on your energy, on your vibration, and the truth is, we think that we are helping others, but the world is not going to die if you don't do. But first come from the right energy. Don't see the issue is we focus on doing, but we are human beings. Human is about being. But first focus on your state of being while you're doing what you're doing. So though you're doing, but what is your state of being? So why don't you first focus on changing your state of being and then doing what you're doing? And if you focus on your state of being, then first you'll be able to help yourself, and then you'll be truly able to help others. The truth is, the source does not calibrate with misery. So it doesn't matter what anybody is going through. Everybody is going through their own challenges, own journey, own patterns, own lessons. The trying to help others and just feeling that, oh, you are amazing, but first help yourself. Only I mean, it's like a beggar cannot give money to somebody if he himself, his pocket is empty. And you are saying my pocket is empty, but I want to give to others.
No, sir. When I see others, when I forget about everything else. I just jump into that, like I'm helping to them.
End product of any experience is an emotion. How does that make you feel? If that make you feel, wow, it makes you feel very content and satisfied and joyful, then go ahead. Then what you're doing is good.
But then I'm not taking care of my family, and I feel about that, but I cannot work on that. When this thing happens, I totally get drawn to this thing and I forget about this thing. So like आप अगर जैसे आप बोलेंगे ना कि मैं अभी
आप क्या नहीं कर रहे हैं, अब उसके लिए करें. मतलब the only thing is to do it. मैं नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. If you keep fighting for your limitations, you get to keep it.
Yes.
Right? Whether you think, Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you cannot, you are all right. So अगर आप बोलते रहेंगे मैं नहीं कर पा रहा हूं, तो आप सही हैं. आप बोलेंगे नहीं मैं करूंगा या मैं अब मैं करूंगा, तो भी आप सही हैं. तो आप जो आप सोच रहे हैं वही सही है.
सर मैं भूल जाता हूँ, मतलब मैं उस समय भूल जाता, मुझे हमेशा ध्यान रहता है.
Again reaffirming your limitation.
Okay.
What you focus on, you expand. If you keep fighting for a limitation, you will be like that.
Okay.
If it is to be, it is up to me.
Okay.
Right? So it's your choice. But you are so much in your patterns that you don't want to lose your pattern. You want to affirm, you want to use that you are doing for others as an excuse for what you're not doing, what you should do. And that is what you are trying to use an excuse, so that your body so that to convince your body that no, you are a good man. And I'm not saying you're not a good man, you are a good man and you are an amazing man, but you have to break the habit of being yourself. And that power you have with you. And that is what we have learned in the last 6 days of workshop. But if you choose not to change, again, that is your choice. And so be it. And I respect that. Right?
Sure.
Thank you, Abhijit. Nadia, I know you've been waiting. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Shreans and Navkirat. I'm Nadia from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Wow, nice.
So,
and what do you do?
I'm working in an oil and gas company as a well engineer.
Lovely.
So I've been introduced by my doctor to your program. So this is why I'm here today.
Thank you.
So I would like to say that I'm a Muslim. And I have 3 questions actually. First one is, I don't really understand what is the chick experiment that you explained just during the session just now.
Yeah. So I'll explain it again. Quickly, I'll explain it. The chick experiment was an intention experiment. You see, the intention of the chick influenced the behavior of the inanimate object, that random movement device which was moving. The chick wanted it to move it. Chick wanted to go closer to the, because it was in a cage, it was wanting to go close to the device, and that influenced the movement of the device towards the chick. So that means that your intention influences the world around you. When we say law of attraction, with your thoughts and emotions, you can influence things, you attract things into your life, whether it is a negative or positive. So that, I hope that is clear.
So the movement of the zigzag movement of in the picture is basically the machine, right?
The machine, yeah. In the first picture, it was very random. It was everywhere. But in the second picture, when the chick was in the cage, it moved only towards the chick.
Oh, okay, I got it.
So that explains
but it's
intention is. And this was only chick, and as human beings, we are far more powerful than a chick.
so meaning that the intention of the chick will affect the movement of the machine, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You're right.
What is the mechanism that that the machine moves by? Is it like, is it electromagnetic?
No, that the machine is inanimate, it is moving random, but the chick intention energetically it impacted the movement. It is energetic, so that shows the power of the intention.
I got it. My second question is, in the video that you showed just now regarding the hospital that could help the woman with the bladder cancer, I guess.
Yes.
So it doesn't say in the video which hospital is that. So do you know which hospital is it?
But it's a very, very well documented. I did not bother to take that information exactly from which hospital, but it's all very well documented, you know. And if you write a mail to me, maybe I'll pass on that information. I'll find out and pass it on to you. Yeah.
Okay, I have one last question, which I don't know who should I ask. So I suppose I should ask somebody from India to answer this question. It is regarding numerology and astrology. In day 2, you did say that you don't need to meet astrologers to change your fate. You just have to manifest it. But recently, I met somebody who could do the numerology, and based on him, my element is metal. So when I work in a fire industry such as oil and gas, it will melt me as a metal. So I would like to ask you, because I'm having quite a breakdown in my work. So I just would like to ask you, should I quit the job or should we believe in manifesting, or should we still have a look on, because sometimes everything happens for reasons.
Right. So good question. Very good question on numerology and astrology. So I'll share with you my understanding. Feel free to accept or reject it. So, you know, numerology is the perfect science. Astrology is a perfect science. Vastu is a perfect science. So on its own, it's a great science. But very often, and if you can use it as a guidance, as a guidance to become self-aware of yourself and direct the power of intention and emotion in rightly, then it is still a good tool. But most of the time, what happens is, when you go to astrologer, he says ki, oh, your time is not right, or this is your only blueprint. And now, so they don't believe, they're not trying to tell you that, oh, you have the power to change that probability, right? So you feel very limited, you feel helpless, as if it is a predestined that it is going to happen. But the truth is not so. Right? When you choose your time of birth, you choose as per your past karmas and as per your free will in between life state. You choose that. So you chose the blueprint, but it is not necessarily, but you can always, even the blueprint can be changed, and the blueprint is always changing as per your current life's thoughts, patterns, actions, behaviors, emotions. It is constantly changing. It's work in progress. It's always moving. You know, it's like a moving goalpost. As per your thoughts, energies, emotions, actions, it's constantly moving. It's not fixed like that. It's not constant. It's not constant. So what is important to understand is, are you depend on the mindset? And bottom line is everything. When you say planets, astrology is a science about planetary positions, right? So when you say planets, eventually it has an impact on your thoughts and emotions. Nothing becomes bad on its own. Eventually, because it will influence your thoughts and emotions, you will feel weak, or you'll feel depressed, or you'll feel have low thoughts. And that's why you're not going to manifest what you want in your life, because eventually whatever manifestation you say, it happens with your thoughts and emotions. So rather than focusing on what the planets are, what my numerology number is, what my vastu is, what what stone I am wearing, not wearing, eventually anyways, it influences the thoughts, your thoughts and emotion, and then in turn influences your reality. So why not focus directly on my thoughts and emotions, when that with my awareness, with the power of meditation, I can transform the thoughts and emotions. So why not meditate and take the power back to myself, rather than depending on those stones or planetary positions or the vastu, which is out of my control. So why lose my energy on 1% and not focus on 99%, which is with the help of meditation and with my awareness, when I can transform my thoughts and emotions. So it's about, so and again I'm saying, it is not that they are wrong, and it's not a wrong science. It's just that it's a science of, if I have my limited time, if I have, so why not focus on the best? It's about good, better, best. When I can focus on the best, why do I bother about good? Right? So, and eventually it does not, on its own, it does not change a reality. Eventually, the only way it can change its reality is by influencing thoughts and emotions. Because it is that which creates a reality. The planet does not create a reality. The planetary position has an influence on your thoughts and emotions. So nothing that cannot be bypassed. And if that is the key thing, then why not have a mastery over that? You can't control the planetary position, but you can master your thoughts and emotions. So I will rather adapt to things which empowers me, which makes me feel more empowered, rather than something which I feel like I am helpless, which I feel more disempowered. Like how you are saying that, what do I do? My metal, what is the element? Now, do I lose my job? Do I do? So why not focus on your thoughts and emotions and transform your reality? So that is the choice, right?
Thank you so much for the opportunity to ask the questions.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nadia.
You got to answer the third one. I hope it's clear.
Yeah, it's really clear. I have to ask somebody from India, because this is a big community. So because the knowledge itself comes from India, right? So coming from Malaysia, I don't know who should I ask. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nadia. Wow, Shreans, excellent explanation. Excellent. And I'm so glad that doctors are recommending this course.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fantastic. Shivani, are you there?
Yes. Hello, Navki.
Hi, Shivani.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Not visible though. If you want to switch on your video, you can.
Can I speak like?
Now, yeah.
Hello, Shreans. Hello,
Yeah.
Navki.
Yeah.
I'm Shivani. I'm from Indore, MP, India. Okay. So my question is, if quantum field is there and we are connected and everything is there already, you said that what we want, there is already, it is present there.
Right. Exactly. Whatever we want is already present there.
And you said that we have to raise our energy to get that thing from there in the
Right.
matter form.
Right.
But the problem is, it's hard to get that feeling of that feeling to raise your energy, or whenever you say feel like this, your heart is elevated. It is hard.
Yes, that is the game of life. That is what, as human beings, we have the potential. And potential is always bigger than the problem. So I know it is hard, but we have the potential, and with practice, with the right understanding, with the right knowledge, with the right technique, we can master that. Right? Everything is a miracle until it becomes a technology. Before the mobile phone was invented, would have never thought that wirelessly we could speak to somebody. But the moment it became a technology, you don't even think about it, right? You think, oh, like our kids don't even think about it. They thought it's always been like that. So once you understand the technology of manifestation, once you understand the right technology, then it's a cakewalk. Then anything I can manifest. I have done it before. I can do it anytime. It's like that.
Okay, thank you. My second question is, through meditation, we can change ourselves. But
Right.
how do we change people around that are not helpful for us? They used to pull us down that, oh, this is not the time to meditate. After you get retired or you get old, you can do this adhyatmic thing, but this is not the time. And they always used to, I'm a vegetarian, and my whole family, my in-laws are non-vegetarian, and I'm a little slimmer than, and they say that I'm weak and I have to take non-veg to feel my, complete my protein and have a good physique. So they usually force me to do. At times I get irritated, and my calmness goes aside. So
Fine,
what
that's
should I,
what you-
do with people around?
Bottom line is, we don't have any power over people around us. And if you try to focus on changing people around you, you will lose your alignment.
Yes, I get irritated.
So the only power you have is to focus on your own alignment, and that is the power you have. And when you believe in that power, when you can sustain that power, when you can sustain your alignment for a long time, everything else will fall in place, including the people around. They may not change for the world, but they will change for you, or your situation may change. You may not, probably you will study somewhere else, or you will work somewhere else. You will not be in the same house. Your environment will change, which is resonating to your vibration. And there is no exception. It is a law. So it is, because eventually the universe will resonate with your vibration. So we are living in a participatory universe. So by if that makes you irritated, that makes you lose your alignment, that means there's something still in you which you need to work on. And there's no growth without contrast. There's no growth without challenge. Sometimes in a life, in a family, we choose different people, different stages of soul, so that they can challenge you at different times. But that challenge helps you for your evolution. That challenge helps you for your growth. How would you grow? How would we grow if there's no challenge? So that leads to the expansion of your consciousness, and that's why, and that shows that, and that is the true test of your growth, right? So don't think that, and everybody goes through this challenge. So don't think there's any exception. In some form or the other form, everybody is going through some challenges in their life. If I may be teaching you, and you may think, oh, everything may be, no, even I am facing some challenges in my life, but that helps me for my growth. That helps me for what I've not yet learned, for my expansion. So don't try to change. Don't even try there. If somebody is not in alignment, trying to fix their alignment, you're losing your alignment.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I feel that.
So
Thank you.
And that is so disempowering. Why do things which disempower you? Yeah. Why not? When being in my alignment empowers me, so let me focus on my alignment and let me believe in the law of attraction, because I know it works.
Yes, absolutely. You have made me clear about things. So thank you. And thank you for this meditation. I've been enjoying feeling a lot more calmer. Thank
Great.
you.
Even I am from Madhya Pradesh, so I have a special connection with MP people because I am originally from Betul.
Okay. It's
Thank
nice to hear. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Shivani. Shreans, one more question.
Yes, sure.
Bhushan S. Could you unmute, please?
Hello. Hey, hi, Shreans. This is Bhushan. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I'm from Pune. I work in IT industry as manager. Okay, one IT company. Couple of questions. One on food topic, right, which you asked yesterday or which you discussed yesterday. So you generally it is not recommended to have non-veg food and alcohol, right? But in say office parties or rare occasions, if we have it, will it impact much?
Can you repeat what you said?
If we have alcohol or say non-veg food during say office parties or some social celebrations, so is it acceptable or even we should avoid that?
Avoid what?
The non-vegetarian food or alcohol?
Non-veg and alcohol.
I will explain the science, then I leave it to your personal choice, and I am no one to interfere in your choice. You have understood the science. Now it's totally your choice, and I totally and I have no judgment towards your choice. So if I have no judgment, why will I give what you should do?
Okay, but so on rare occasions, I'm saying I understand the science and I agree to the points mentioned, the reasoning only, but on occasional points at least, is it okay? Or
I can tell you what I do. Sometimes I like party. Sometimes I enjoy drinking, and sometimes I want to drink and go all out and dance. I drink.
Okay.
So, and though next day I regret it. Oh my God, why I drank so much? But I enjoy it. But I do once in a while. So this is what I do. I don't have non-veg because for me it is, I don't want to kill someone and fill my stomach, not at the cost of another. But I have alcohol on and off, but sometimes I like to drink. So this is what I do. So I can share what I do. What you want is your choice.
Correct. But so your point is that we have to be aware of what we are doing, right? So awareness is more important. That's yeah.
Absolutely. See, what is most important is be in your alignment. Once you're aligned, then whatever you do is right. Because you will do what feels right for you at that moment.
Sure. Okay. So another question is on manifestation part, right?
From
so
the universe point of view, from the God's point of view, there are only two groups. It doesn't care who is black, who is white, who is Indian, who is American. They're not so many. Who is Hindu, who is Muslim. God's side, God only see two things. There are only two groups. One who is in alignment, one who is not. If there's a field, and if you have to bifurcate, one is in alignment, one is not. So make your choices according. Be in your alignment, and from that alignment, make your choice.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. Yeah. Another question on manifestation part. So see, we have to be saying positive mindset, right? And always think positive or visualize that things are happening. But in reality, right? So we get angry at our kids, right? Or if we don't like something, or someone doesn't listen to us, though we feel that is right for him. So that negativity comes in, in between, right? As in our practical life. So will that also impact your manifestation with the realization of what you want?
So as you rightly said, we are human beings. We come across challenges, situations. So what I would say is it's okay to be stressed, but it's not okay to stay stressed. See, once you become aware, for a moment you lost yourself. For a moment you become angry. But once the more aware you are, you will not continue for a longer time. The moment you become aware, you will say, no, this is not me. This is right. And this is not I want to be. So next time I'll be more aware. Next time, same situation, similar things, I'll be more aware, more careful. So that's how you progress in your journey, right? So because you, and why we behave like this? Because we identify with your personality, with our ego state, with so much identify with us. Oh, I am the father. I am the boss. I am this. I am that. I am that. Different identities, right? Right. But with more awareness, you develop that sakshi bhav, that seeing as a witness, seeing yourself as a witness. Once you develop the state of being a witness, then all these things you will slowly start dissolving. All these negative emotions will automatically dissolve, because when you stay witness, your pure state is pure love, pure joy, pure happiness.
But so will it delay manifestation if we have such feelings? Does it delay manifestation?
It does delay manifestation if you prolong it. But if you learn the lesson, if you're aware, it's fine.
Okay.
Right? Because if you prolong it, imagine what you wanted now is coming your way, but your vibration is resistant vibration. So you will repel what is coming towards what you wanted to manifest. Eventually, when it is coming to you, your vibration has to match, right? And if you are in that kind of a state, no matter how much you meditate, how much you felt good, but during the course of the day, your vibration is different, then you're not going to work. It's like eating organic food for breakfast and then eating junk food throughout the day. And then you will wonder why I'm not healthy.
So then what do you suggest when we get such negative thoughts like anger or depression or disappointment? What should we do? Just
laugh at it. Take it easy. Okay. Just be aware. Just laugh at your humanness and learn the lesson. Oh, next time I'll be more aware. Next time I'll be more careful. Don't take it too seriously.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. Just couple of two more points.
Laugh at it. When you identify, you cannot laugh at it. Then you'll feel guilty. You'll feel shameful, even if you have to work on. But when you're witness, you'll laugh at it.
Okay. Thank you. One point. So do you have any such course for, I have teenage daughter. Do you have any such, course for teenagers or kids on manifestation?
I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on it.
Yeah, please, because as now I'm in 40s, right? I understand if I would have known this in my early, 20s or 30s, right? It would have been different, my life would have been different. So teenager is the right age. So, and I'm sure many people would, prefer that. If you can build that course, maybe 5 days, 7 days, I think that will be excellent.
No, sure. I'm first, more than the teenage, I'm working on the course on parenting. As I'm
excellent. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Don't come with any manuals. And sometimes the children become the guinea pig, and then later on we learn, oh, we should not have done that. So first, what we did is a course on parenting, and then teaching the children. Right?
Sure,
if you know how to handle it, then the children will learn. Children learn from what they see, not from what we say.
Correct. Yeah. And then last question. So do you have any this Pyramid Valley Center in Maharashtra, in Pune, Mumbai? Only in Bangalore.
Only in Bangalore.
Okay. Any plans to open? Because it will be.
No, we have centers. We have a pyramid in Mulund called Mulund Pyramid Center. So if you Google it, you will know it. So it's there in Mulund. It's in a beautiful park. So a lot of people go there, meditate. There are regular classes there. Yeah.
Okay. Anything in Pune?
Thank you, Bhushan.
Yes, Pune is also there, but I don't know where exactly it is. But
okay, sure.
But if you find out Pyramid Spiritual Society Pune on Google, again you will find the links.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nauki, for being patient. Yeah.
So Shreans, it's should we wrap up? One more question you want to ask?
Leave it to you. I mean, if you are the boss.
Okay, let's just take one more. We have a hand raise here.
How is he so cute?
That's Gigi. Gigi saying, how is he so cute? Dr. Sridevi.
Because Gigi realizes that what I'm saying is right. You are the boss there also.
I'm muting myself.
Hello.
Daga, Sridevi.
Hello, Shreans. I'm very happy to see you. I'm excited to see you. I have seen you in Kartal. When Patriji passed away.
Right.
Thank you so much. And okay, I just wanted to ask you, I'm having my life is full of challenges. each and every area. I mean, if I have 10 areas I have big challenges. So lot of negativity accumulated in my mind that everything I have to try for 100 times. Everything, every damn small thing also will take, so much of time. I need to make 100 trials to finish that. So by seeing all the things, whatever I think positive, immediately that is going to negative way. In this way, I'm not able to see the positivity in my life. Like, okay, something good is going to happen. Like that, I'm not able to believe and not able to imagine good things in my life. How to overcome this resistance, I'm not able to understand. When I'm doing breath work, because last year also I have attended a few of your sessions. I have forwarded your sessions to many people also because I really liked it. But in my life, I don't know how to overcome it. When I'm doing breath work, many times I'm sleeping, but many times I'm doing it. Please suggest me intensively. I'm facing so many challenges, people around me. If I behave very good also, I don't say speak one word also, they will trouble me like anything. How to overcome my challenges, how to overcome this resistance to, be positive.
So as you rightly gave the answer yourself, that is not about doing. It is about being, right? So we as parents in our routine life is so focused, oh, I am doing everything right. But why? What is your vibration? From what state you are doing what you're doing? What is your state of being while doing what you're doing? That is most important. And focus on your state of being. And that is where meditation plays a powerful tool. Breathwork is a powerful tool to put you in alignment. And now next 4 days, I'm going to talk a lot about visualization, visualization, and how to visualize what you want to manifest in your life, see it as if it's happened, feel it even before it has happened, so that you transform your emotions. So we will work on those. Next 4 days, I'm going to cover all those things, and you will get your answer with that. And just then you have to just put it into practice. And if you're not able to do it once, then repeat it, right? And then repeat it and until you master it.
How do we know that we learned a lesson from our challenge? Because why for me, for every small thing is taking, so long time and 100 times.
Again, see, you're saying the same thing. This is become your belief system. Your beliefs are nothing but your most practiced thoughts. Even if I tell you 10 times again and again, you will come back to the same thing because it will become your belief system. And eventually then your beliefs drive your behaviors, right? So you have to become aware of the thought pattern and work on your thought pattern. Don't focus on the situation or the circumstances. Right now, the only focus on is on yourself. How do I work? How am I working on myself? Don't focus on outside situation, why this person is like that. Just focus on yourself and work on changing your belief. Then the best way to change your belief is to replace it by a better feeling thought, better feeling emotions, better feeling with a thought of a higher vibration, right? You can change. You can when you can change a negative thought or a thought of lower vibration by only by a higher vibrational thought. So focus on your higher vibrational thought. Don't focus ki I am like that. This is me. If you focus what you focus on, you'll expand. Why not replace it with the thoughts and feelings of vibration? If nothing is coming, then go and watch a good movie. Go and watch a comedy movie. Play some sports. Chill with your friends. Maybe have a glass of good wine. Enjoy. Just celebrate life. Some goodness of life. And then when you're in a right vibration state, then tune into what you want to be. So and then focus on what you want to, and then probably meditate. So just whatever works for you, work on it rather than saying, oh, I am like this and like. We know you are no exception to the law of attraction. And if you continue to feel like that, you will keep attracting like that. And then you will say, see, I thought so. And obviously it happened because you thought so. And you are right.
How do we know that we learned a lesson from some challenge?
I think Shreans just answered that.
Yeah, but I know her. I want to answer her 10 times. She's going to again ask the same thing.
And perhaps that's the root of the issue as well.
Exactly.
Because it's just been answered. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Sridevi. Thank you. Thank you. Shreans, I think that's it for the questions. And there's one question that Swati asked, saying, what stone is that pyramid made in, which is next to you?
This is not stone. This is made of copper. This is a metal one.
Okay. Okay. Swati, that's your question answered. And yeah, for the second part of quantum physics, we'll meet tomorrow. Again, how thoughts become things. And we'll take that forward, drawing our manifestation closer to ourselves. Thank you so much, Shreans. What a fantastic session.
Thank you. Thank you, Navki.
Thank you. And for those of you asking about the music, all the music is there to download on the website, which is shreyansdaga.org. And
at the end of the 28 days, then we'll day-wise we'll put it all sequence, you know.
Oh, great.
People have the reference with the talk and then they can download.
Okay.
So right now the team is too busy with other things. So let the workshop get over and then they'll put it all on the web.
And for those of you asking for the email, you want to email Shreans personally, it's sd@shreyansdaga.org.
And I have a lot of backlog of emails to reply. So excuse me if I reply you late, but sooner or later I'll definitely reply. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shreans.
All right. Thank you, friends.
See you all tomorrow. See you. See you, Shreans.